This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by world champion Natasha Jonas here in Liverpool, your home city, Natasha. How are you firstly?
I'm good, I'm good.
Glad to hear it. Now, I remember doing a few interviews with you last year where you kept on saying you wanted a big fight, you wanted a big name. You are the world champion, but now you get to share a ring with another big name in Mikaela Mayer. How excited are you for Saturday night?
These are the fights that we're in the game for. I believe in my own, to myself, that to be able to say I'm one of the best in this area, I have to be fighting names in the top 10. And Mikaela Mayer's one of them names. She brings a lot to the table. Everyone respects and knows her. And yeah, I think it's a fight I get a lot of credit for.
Other than obviously the obvious of moving up in weight, on the past experiences against, say, Terry and Katie, you've fallen just short with the judges' decisions. Whether other people thought you'd done enough is another question, but the official results didn't go for you. What's different now? What do you feel you will show that you've learned from those fights going into another big fight like this?
Every fight you've got to learn something, and you've got to grow and develop. And I think my starts now are a lot better because I was kind of slow start and costing me a few rounds, and then playing catch up. And I was a fighter that gradually gets better, but the start had cost me. And the last few fights, my starts have definitely improved. And yeah, that's one thing that we've worked on.
Mikaela obviously only had one fight at 140 and then she's jumped straight up into 147, Tasha. With that in mind, and you had a chance to see her yesterday, what did you make of kind of her frame and her build and how you think the weight might play a part on Saturday night?
I honestly don't. Boxing. The thing about boxers is they come in all shapes and sizes. I remember boxing at lightweight for the Olympics and boxing at Dongcheng, who was just short of 6 foot, and then I have to box someone who's 5'5". So it doesn't matter. Weight comes in all different shapes and sizes, and I don't think she's going to be any more physical than the K. And I don't think she's going to bring anything that I haven't not seen before.
You just said there she doesn't bring anything, or you don't think she'll bring anything you haven't seen before. How does this fight, in your mind, play out on Saturday night?
I think it's a good fight. I think our styles will gel. I think we've both got a high boxing IQ, and we can both box, we can both fight, and yeah, the best woman will win.
Boxing, obviously, on the beginning of the year out here in January, it can set up a huge year for you. Get your hand raised, and you could go on to fight maybe another 2-3 times, depending on what's in your plans. Don't shoot me down and say that's not, but yeah, it could set up a huge year for you.
Definitely, and I've been in boxing long enough to know that them results don't go your way and the doors quickly close. So it's all about Saturday night. I don't really look too far into the future. Obviously, there's people that I'd love to fight, but I've got to concentrate on Saturday and keeping them doors open and keeping them opportunities still alive.
Is that a pressure that you put on yourself, Natasha? You just mentioned that if you lose, those doors can close, and people will talk about your age, and they might say, where does she go if she isn't successful? Is it something that's on your mind?
No, it's just that's just the reality of the sport. It's just it is what it is. I've been there before. There's no pressure. I always put pressure on myself, no matter what it is, because I want to do well, I want to perform well, and I want to look good doing it. But them things aren't added. That's just the reality of it.
Obviously, I don't want to take your mind off of Saturday night too much, but the thought of potential unification bouts and what have you next, the likes of a Sandy Ryans, Jessica McCaskills, are they the ones which you'd like to try and secure, or is it still maybe a Katie Taylor or Chantel Cameron and what have you?
Yeah, listen, there's no... I've made no secret about saying I went up for the opportunities, whether that was 154, whether 147. The idea is to keep on going down and to go, get them to Katie Taylors and them Chantel Camerons. If whatever opportunity is available is the one I'll take. If that's Sandy Ryan, if that's Jessica McCaskill, you've got to take your opportunities when they come in this sport. So whatever doors are open, I'll choose the best door for me.
Final one from me, Tasha. Obviously, somebody you know well, Callum Smith, fell short in his attempt to become a unified world champion this past weekend. What did you make of his fight with Artur Beterbiev?
Yeah, I think there was no. I got a bit of stick for saying that someone won't see the final bell, and I thought it'd be Beterbiev. But that's basically because I knew that it was going to be a shootout, and I just thought Callum could have the edge. Obviously, I was wrong, and I hold my hands up and say I was wrong. It's just boxing. It's just an opinion. It was what it was. But yeah, I was gutted for him. It's hard to see. again, it's one of them things in boxing where, you know, a result doesn't go your way, and it's hard to see where he goes now and what opportunities are available for him. But that's just the sport that we're in. It was a great fight. Nothing taken away from Beterbiev. He started sharp, he started fast, and he took Callum out of his stride, and Callum never really settled. But yeah.
How hard is it to see a fight like that personally, especially when you see him being stopped like that, or Buddy stepping in and stopping the fight, because you've grown up through the system with Callum and with the brothers, and I was speaking to them about your fight last week, and they speak so highly of you and they want to see you do so well. So how difficult is it when you see somebody you've known for so many years fall short like that?
Yeah, it's not, because you know, everything that we go through as athletes and thingy, you always predict that the best is going to happen, and sometimes it doesn't, and then like it's dealing with the heartbreak of that and the realisation. I think Callum said it himself, you know, he thought he was the best, and the realisation was that he's not, and that is so hard to deal with and come to terms with, because you're quickly humbled.
Natasha, listen, I appreciate your time now. You know, you've got a number of people waiting to speak to you ahead of Saturday night, so good luck and thank you for speaking to me.
Nice one, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tasha.